This season, we're following a crop load where we had no crop last year. And so almost all the apples in Michigan have come back with a tremendous snowball bloom. We have such a large bloom and we have a big set. We're not going to have return bloom for next year. We have to break this biennial bearing cycle that's been triggered. And the way to do that is, first of all, start off with thinning the fruits down. So I'm recommending that people get aggressive in their thinning. Plan on multiple thinning applications. One at petal fall or early 6mm stage, and then again at 10 to 12mm stage, and if they need to, a third time at 18mm stage, to try to reduce this crop and bring back a return bloom for next year, 2014. Thinning always works best under warm conditions. We need to have warm temperatures after we thin. So if we're spraying today, the next 3 days we'd like to be in the 70s, in the 80s. Hot temperatures at night will thin. Cloudy conditions will thin. Sunny, cold conditions will set fruit. It looks like Memorial Day will be in the 70s, and then all of the week is forecasted to be in the mid 70s to upper 70s. Beautiful conditions. I'd like to see it a little warmer, but that's okay. So we can thin during all of next week, and we will be at the 8 to 10mm stage right during that window. Most of the varieties will thin very nicely with 7+ Maxell and or 7+ NAA. The key is you have to know the variety's sensitivity to thinning, and some are very easy to thin, like Jonathan, Macintosh, Ida Red, very easy to thin. We really shouldn't use combinations on them unless we're thinning late and only for the first time. But the other varieties, the intermediate to thin varieties and the difficult to thin varieties, will thin nicely with combinations. Typically on the intermediate to thin varieties, we just use 7 alone or NAA alone. And then the difficult to thin varieties, we use 7+ NAA and or 7+ Maxell.